Hello and welcome to another video with Gamers Class. This is Busy, and today, guys, I'm gonna be uh, going over the topic how to help your mid laner as a position 4 or 5. There's a lot of theories, a lot of tips and tricks that I'll be telling you to actually help you enable your mid laner.
If you like this kind of content, go to gamersguys.com. For just $10 a month, get your replays analyzed, watch masterclasses with pro players, join weekly coaching sessions, win prizes, and more with our Supreme Dota 2 membership.
So, the first thing you can do as a position 5 to help your mid laner is as soon as the game starts, even before the game starts, I want you to buy a smoke, buy a ward, buy a sentry, buy 2 tangos, and then buy just whatever you want to with the remaining gold. You pop the smoke, and you run towards mid. And the reason why this is so good is I'm going to tell you after I place the ward. So normally in the current patch, people are placing wards as soon as the creeps spawn or before they spawn. So in the smoke, you're going to be really fast and you will be not visible, right? So you can just go like this and you can place a ward on the enemy's mid lane. So what this is going to do is it's going to give a lot of vision to your mid laner. Normally he would place his ward somewhere here or here, right? But in this case it's placed here, so he's getting a lot of vision. That means he can see pretty much everything on the lane, and it's just a really good ward. Now the real benefit of this ward is that you will eventually see the enemy mid laner coming down, right? And if you see where he places the ward, you can just simply deny it with the sentry that you have. This is also gonna give your mid laner a huge boost, because if he gets some experience or gold from that ward, right, he's gonna be ahead, and then the enemy does not have any vision on the mid lane, and it will just make you that much stronger. Since he doesn't have any vision, he's gonna miss a lot of CS, and it's gonna be very easy to gank him as well as the night comes in. So another thing that you can do as a position 4 for your mid laner, and I think this is the most important thing, like this is something that you just have to do every game. There's like no discussion that if you want to do it or if it's good or not, you have to do this. It is very important, okay? And I'll tell you guys. So at the 4-minute mark, almost every single player knows this by now, and they're doing it in the high ranked pubs. I think most of the supports, like as soon as the rune is about to spawn, you're supposed to be at the rune even before the rune spawns. So now let's say that the TA is going to the bottom rune, okay? And let's say he gets a regen, right? So that will completely ruin my game, right? Right now, like the TA is actually getting dumpstered in the lane, but let's say he gets a regen. He's back in the game, right? And all the hard work that I put into dumpstering him at mid, it's no good anymore, right? So if there was a clock here, which he isn't, this TA would actually have no game, right? Now, I don't know what rune he actually gets, but the 4-minute runes are very important, right? And you just, as a position 4, you just always have to go and secure it. If you really want to enable your mid laner, you can do it as a position 5 as well, but I just think this is the position 4's job, since the position 4 is much closer to the rune compared to the position 5. But if you want to do it as position 5, sure, you can do it as position 5 as well. But I just want you guys to know that this is very important and completely changes the course of the game as a support. So yeah, keep that in mind. Every time it's 4-minute mark, you're supposed to be walking down the rune, and I actually mean around 3:30 or 3:40, so you can make it faster. And a lot of position 4s actually buy boots before the 4-minute mark just for this, so they can move to the rune faster and they can enable their mid laner much better. Another thing that you can do as a position 5 or even 4 is that you can deward the enemy's ward at mid. If you're good at figuring out where the mid ward is placed, right, you can deward that ward, and then around the 5-minute mark you can gank mid, because most mid laners, they're going towards the bounties, right? Most supports are also going towards the bounties. So let's say if you gank someone, you know, going here to get the bounty, and you catch him in between, maybe here with your mid laner or something, it's gonna be a pretty easy kill, right? And since the enemy team supports, they are also picking up bounties, they will not be able to show up. So there's two ways of doing this. Either you deward the vision on the map so the mid laner does not know how you're rotating, or you just buy a smoke and you smoke your mid laner and you gank the enemy mid laner. But this entirely depends on how you want to execute it. I personally think that using the smoke is way better. It ensures you that you're not being seen in any way, and it just gets you a pretty good pick off. You can do the same thing as a position 5 as well, but again, I think it is much easier and much stronger as position 4. But if you want to do it as position 5, you can do it, deward the mid ward, smoke, and get a pick on the enemy mid laner. Eventually, if you get a pick on the enemy mid laner, that means you can pressure the mid tower as well, which is going to enable your mid laner quite hard. So another thing, which I believe is at this point it's quite almost, I think everyone knows this as well, but if you don't, this is also something that will help. Okay, so let's say I'm a mid Shadow Fiend, right? And I'm low on mana. I've used all my bottle, bottle charges. I don't have any mana on me. So as a position 5, position 4, even if you're position 1 or like 3, whatever, you can help your mid laner like this. You TP mid and you ask him to give your bottle. Okay? Yeah. So you ask him to give his bottle to you, and what that is gonna do is he's gonna have a full bottle again, and you can also use it. I actually messed up, but you can actually use it. He gets like 4 sips out of this, 3 sips in the bottle and 1 sip where you just give him after TPing. So this will enable your mid laner a lot, and you can do this as a position 4 and 5, or actually any hero on the map. If you're smart enough, you can definitely do this, and it will enable your mid laner so hard, it's actually insane. So another thing that you can do as a position 4 or 5 again, to enable your mid laner, or even this will help your carry as well a lot. What you can do is you can stack camps that can be double stacked at the same time, right? This is best done in Dire. It is possible in Radiant as well, but this is best done in Dire. And let me show you when the creeps spawn. So this is another way where you can enable your mid laner quite hard, especially if you're in Dire. This is mostly done by the position 5. What you can do is you can just leave your lane here, and go here, double stack this. You hit this camp at 53, and you hit this camp at 55, and eventually they get double stacked, and it gives your mid laner such a huge net worth boost, depending on what hero the mid laner is playing, if he can farm stacks or not. But if it's something like an Alchemist, Ember, Shadow Fiend, Storm, they will get super farmed, and it's going to enable them even harder and faster. So I think, guys, that's pretty much it for the tips and tricks for the mid lane as a position 4 and 5, how you can enable them. I hope this video helps you out, and if you have any other questions, you can always ask me on Discord. Shizzy Dota signing out.